Welcome to Performance 7 Insights, the podcast for fast-growing Australian companies.
Hi, I'm Nathan Samios, and I'm an accountability coach with Performance 7. Welcome to today's episode. What we're going to be talking about today is 3 ways to keep your team accountable. First of all, when you give someone a goal, you want to make sure they're very clear on the task that needs to be done. So what I encourage, where applicable, is to write it as a SMART goal. So, for example, SMART is an acronym for goals. S is for specific, M is for measurable, A is for attainable, R is for realistic, and T is for time bound. So each of these parts need to be incorporated when you're setting tasks and goals for your team. So specific means that the task is very clear on what needs to be done and there's no ambiguity. So when the task is completed, we can say, yes, that is exactly what we wanted. M, measurable. Measurable means that there is maybe a data point, there is a measurable element to it. So saying, for example, I want you to increase sales by 1% this week. That's measurable. Did you get it or you didn't get it? A is attainable. This means that it's actually something they can get. Similar, R is realistic. So is it actually a realistic goal that can be achieved for the business? And T is time bound. When do you want this task done? Do you want it done today, tomorrow, yesterday? Time bound gives the person an indication of when this task needs to be done by. Otherwise, it's not their fault, they don't know. What people tend to do, and this is not their fault, but it's accidental, is that they'll assign a task. For example, we need to hire a new project manager. Please go and do that, right? No. So what I'd encourage you to do instead is say something along the lines of, hire a new project manager by 30 June 2025 and ensure they are fully onboarded within 30 days. So that the second one, and this is really important as you grow your business and you bring more people on board, is making sure there is always one clear accountable person for each task and activity. As soon as we have 2 people assigned to one task, that's when we're not sure who's meant to complete it, and that's where things don't get done. As long as there's one person accountable, that will set the priority up for success. And lastly, the most important part is having a cadence. That's to check in as leaders to make sure that tasks are being completed. So what I found by being boots on the ground and actually seeing what clients were doing is that they weren't following up and making sure tasks were being done. So what I started doing, I started going into weekly meetings and monthly milestone meetings where we'd make sure progress was made towards these tasks or priorities and that we're always moving the dial forward. Momentum over perfection. And if you want an idea of what a good cadence looks like, I'd start by setting up a good meeting rhythm. So that would be daily huddles each day, a weekly meeting, a monthly meeting, and also a quarterly planning rhythm. If you need any help on that, just reach out to us. We're the experts in that space.
Thanks for joining P7 Insights, a podcast for fast-growing Australian companies. Have any questions? You can email us at admin@performance7.global. Thanks for listening. See you next time.